Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. So today it's something different, we're going to do a Q&A. So a few days ago I put on my Instagram story, put some questions in to answer on here. So we're going to run through them today. So if you live under a rock, I released a podcast a few days ago. It's now on about 500 views. I want to thank you guys for support for watching it. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. So looking back at my analytics, it says over nearly 80% of you guys who watch these videos are not subscribed. So please, it'd mean a lot if you drop a subscribe on the channel. We release fitness and football content here every week, so yeah, look out for that. So the first question, how can I get myself motivated to do exercise? Honestly, it's simple. For me, it's always been visualize where you want to be. Motivation isn't something you can, I can give you advice on. It's something that you need to find within yourself to start exercising. If you don't have motivation for something, then it's not going to work out. So for me, it was always about being better mentally and being better physically and being the best version of myself. So that motivated me. And honestly, exercise is a great stress reliever too, so that's great. I'm never angry, really. I'm sure my girlfriend would agree with that. And also, you get sick biceps like this, so it's motivation enough, isn't it? Before we go into the second question, there's quite a split theme of questions here. There's quite a lot about the gym, and there's quite a lot about football, so we'll split them. We'll do the gym, then we'll do the football. So the second question is personal opinion on the gyms possibly closing because of COVID and how you cope without. Time of recording this, I think it's 2 or 3 days ago, they announced Lancashire, where I'm from, in tier 3, but the gyms are remaining open, whereas in Liverpool the gyms are closed. It's kind of a relief in terms of that, because back in lockdown I was doing home workouts, and home workouts are a good form to keep everything ticked over, but you probably aren't going to progress in home workouts unless you are a beginner. Yeah, it's quite a relief that gyms are still opening and barbershops to keep my trim intact. I know it isn't great right now. Yeah, if the gyms were closed, then it's a possibility that you probably have to purchase like home workouts, stuff like dumbbells. At the time of recording, gyms are staying open, so yes, we move. So the next one is quite a important one in terms of if you want to start working out and get into a better shape. This is quite important. It's how important would you say your diet is to your fitness body physique? It's this person's main struggle. And working out, it's 70% diet, 30% working out. That's why I say abs are made in the kitchen. If you can't out-train a bad diet, so if you've got a bad diet, you probably aren't going to make the gains and the progress that you want to. So yeah, for me, my diet is the most important thing. I track my calories for everything. I track everything, so if you can see that. But I use MyFitnessPal, helps me clock what I eat and what goes into my body. It's easy for me to track everything and maintain progress. Diet is important. If you've got quite a fast metabolism and you struggle to gain weight, consuming a lot of calories is the way to go. So bulking. If you're maybe overweight and looking to slim down, calorie counting is the main thing you need to do. Tracking the calories you need coming in to burn, coming out. On a side note, in terms of diet, you don't have to eat healthy all the time. Like I have an 80-20 split, so I eat unhealthy once a week and then the rest of it's clean. Even so, as long as you hit your calories and your macros, it's the most important thing. So the other day I bought a pizza from Asda, only had 600 calories in it. You can implement that into your diet. That's called flexible dieting. You implement foods you like to keep on the wagon, keep going, and yeah, it keeps going. Because if you make your diet too strict, then you end up falling off the wagon and start craving other foods and binging. The next question is, how many days a week in the gym is ideal, taking current restrictions into account? It's different due to preference and social life, and everyone has different lives. So a lot of people work every day, 5 days a week. Some people don't work, some people work from home. So me, I go 6 days a week, 1 day off. But no, that's not ideal or sustainable for anyone else. So I suggest 3 is the minimum that you can hit all your compound lifts and hit all the muscle groups that I needed. So 3 minimum if you are a beginner and starting out and don't have a lot of time. Whereas if you're in a intense training program, 6 I'd say is the maximum. No more than 6 because you need a rest. But again, it's different due to everyone's individual lives. So yeah, I hit 6. Another person might only be able to make 3. Just different per person. So moving on now, there's one about the podcast. Who's your next podcast guest? So we're in the works with a bodybuilder. Hopefully we can announce that in the next week. You can get him on. Good insight, family friend, and yeah, obviously this channel's fitness based primarily. Be good to get his insight. I think he was a bodybuilding champion. Don't know which one it was. So yeah, look out for that one. So the next question is, what's your favourite alcoholic drink? It differs on the occasion. If it's just a sit in the pub, I'd get a dark fruits. You know, classic lad, classic 16-year-old pre-pubescent boy. But I love a sex on the beach, I love a cocktail. as masculine as that sounds, I love a cocktail. So yeah, shout out to the Spoons too for 12 quid pictures. You've helped my nights out. So also I do like a whiskey sour. Love a good whiskey sour. Right, so the next selection of questions are primarily football based, and my opinions and predictions on some matters. If you didn't see me and Waddle, I'll link it in the description and I'll put it up there. Did a Premier League predictions, and yeah, I'll get onto that in a minute. A lot has changed since then. So I said your main contenders for the Prem this season, and if you could pick one team you think win, who'd you go with? And so basically West Ham have just drew with Tottenham 3-3. They were 3-0 down to the last 10 minutes, and this has been a key theme for the last few weeks. No team's safe in terms of getting a battering or conceding goals. Everyone's leaking goals. As a United fan, we conceded 6 to Spurs, beat Newcastle 4-1 yesterday. Spurs just, so yeah, everyone, it's anyone's and everyone's really. If I was going to predict a team to win the league, I'll back my team, you know, on my chest, United. I did say Liverpool and City, but Liverpool just lost Virgil van Dijk obviously, long term, and they look shaky at the back. City don't look great, Tottenham don't look great, Arsenal look okay, Spurs look good but they look shaky at the back, so it's anyone and everyone's. You've got Everton as well. So yeah, if I'm going to pick one, obviously, if everyone's on quite an even playing field at the moment, I'm going to back my team, United, Cavani, Rashford to bag 20 goals this year. Another one saying, how happy are you with United's transfers this past window, and do you think Solskjaer is still up to the task? So I could do a full video on this, but I'll cut it down, I'll try not to waffle on. So in terms of the transfer aspect, I think we did a good business. So getting Telles, Cavani, Van der Beek for under 50 million is great business. I think Cavani's transfers hit a bad rep because he's on quite high wages, and he's a 33-year-old. But you got to think at Man United, you've got Odion Igalo on the bench who's on 150 grand a week. Cavani's only on 50 grand more than that. He's on a free. He's an experienced European goal scorer. He's one of the highest European goal scorers you can buy. So yeah, it'd be a good option to come off the bench. Great European experience, so great in the Champions League. I think that's a great acquisition. Then you've got Alex Telles, who's one of the best left backs in Europe. Got him for 17 million, I think. Absolute snip. He's not great on Luke Shaw. Donny van der Beek, one of the highest rated young midfielders in Europe. He's good depth for the squad. He's great on the ball. Got 2 young right wingers, which I thought were quite pointless because we've got Mason Greenwood. I didn't think we did 2, but I think this window's been overshadowed by the Jadon Sancho transfer. And if we go back to the video, I said with a quite firm chest that we would sign Jadon Sancho. But I just think it's the incompetence of our board and our ownership, the Glazers. I think penny pinching is the reason we didn't buy Jadon Sancho, and I don't think we will now. But yeah, apart from that, it's been quite a good window in terms of not much spent, but good quality added. In terms of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's a legend at the club. I love him. He's done great bit. I think he's done a really good job at being our manager. I think he's had the odd really bad result. I see a lot of people saying like he's been saved by individual players, but I think that isn't every manager. He's had bad spells, but when we've been good, we've been up there with the top 2-3 in the league. I think he's great. I think he's on par with Lampard as a manager. I think Lampard doesn't get enough criticism in terms of how his side's performing. I don't think Solskjaer gets enough praise. I think he gets too much criticism, but yeah. I don't think Ole will win as a league. I think he'll win as a cup, and I think he's building the squad for the next manager. Maybe a Pochettino, Nagelsmann, Allegri. So yeah, I do think Ole's up to the task, and I think he's here for the long term. So you Ole out merchants, get used to that. The second to last question is, how's the business progressing, and why aren't the t-shirts out yet? So in terms of business, the business is great. We're just waiting on the stuff now. I know about 3 months ago we posted a promotional pic of the t-shirt and we said mid-September. Realistically, we've had a few issues manufacturing wise, and no, I've said this in a few videos before, it sounds like an excuse, it isn't. They are on the way, they're in the country now, they should be in the next week or 2, and I will keep up with an update on the socials and on the channel of when they will be out very soon. Promise, keep your eyes out for them. You can see it in the background there. It'll be out soon. We've had great responses from it. We've had a lot of people supportive who are up for getting one. So yeah, it's not about us buying them, it's about spreading the message. That's what we aim to do in the coming years. Grow something big, and we do feel like we are growing something big, something unique that no one in the UK is doing. So watch this space. and keep your eyes peeled. So we've got a final question, and it's a multi-layered one. I left it till last because you can take it in any ways. It's what's my personal goals. So I'm going to flip it, and what's my personal goals for the next year, 12 months. So short term is to keep this channel producing content, trying to do weekly. I know it used to be 2 videos a week, but it's dropped to about 1. That's just down to university and other commitments. Trying to keep this content going, growing this channel, growing the socials, and I'm conveying myself to you guys more, because I don't do enough sit down videos like now. It's more of a podcast format, but no, I'm trying to do more of a sit down. I'll try and do more sit down videos. Grow the business, get these t-shirts out there, get them to you guys, see how you like them. By the way, if you get them, please send us feedback. It would be much appreciated. But yeah, grow the channel, grow the business. In terms of fitness wise, I think that's what this question was based really about, is fitness. Increase my lifts. My lifts are getting heavier each day. I'd say since lockdown I've got bigger in size. I'd say since lockdown my lifts are getting heavier. Yeah, and I think sometimes it is easy to get the gym and other things control your life, but I think sometimes you've got to take a step back and realise that the gym is part of your life, not your life. So yeah, this next year will be good. So if I'm going to round this answer off in one statement, it's just to enjoy life even more, because I know I haven't done that in the last few years. My birthday, I'm 22 in the next few weeks. I want to make my 22nd birthday and the 22nd year the best year. So we'll see. We'll keep this. I'll clip this footage up and then play it back in a year's time and see where we are. Right, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment on the video. If I missed a question that you put in, share the video, subscribe. Thank you for the good responses on the previous video on the podcast, it means a lot. Another one's coming soon. So yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Peace.